Hello students. Now in the previous lecture what you had seen is I had explained to you what is hierarchical clustering, and in that we had two types. One was agglomerative clustering and other one was divisive clustering. So initially I had told you agglomerative means we are starting with the individual points or the individual objects. Then we start clustering them based on some proximity measure. So the proximity measure is the distance measure, and proximity measure is a distance measure. So it could be either the minimum distance or the maximum distance. Now you can see the algorithm for the same. First you're computing the proximity matrix. Proximity matrix is nothing else but the distance, Euclidean distance, and then we start merging the closest two clusters. So closest two clusters means this closeness can be either based on the minimum distance, the maximum distance, or the average distance. And then we keep updating the proximity. This is your agglomerative clustering algorithm. So here again there are three types. Okay, I can have a minimum. These are the different agglomerative clustering techniques: min, max, and group average. So min is also called as single linkage. Okay, and max is called as complete linkage. Then we have group average. In min, what we are trying to do is we are trying to find the distance between the minimum distance between 2 points of different clusters. So here this distance is what we are trying to find out, the minimum distance between 2 points of different clusters. This is also called a single linkage. In max, what we are trying to do, we are trying to find the distance between the maximum distance between 2 points of different clusters. Okay, that is a complete linkage. And then we have group average. So these are the three different techniques under agglomerative clustering. Now how to work on these three techniques we will see. We will start with a single linkage example as shown here. Okay, I have 5 points over here: P1, P2, P3, P4, P5. Again here also I have 5 points. Now first task what we are going to do is we will be given the distance matrix. This is called as a distance matrix. Distance matrix, it can be the Euclidean distance normally. So it is going to show the distance between 2 points. Now why I have left the top portion empty is because the same values will get filled over here. We all know that distance between two similar points, like from P1 to P1 will be 0. P2 to P2 will be 0. P3 to P3 will be 0. So the diagonal elements will be 0. We have the values over here. The same two values will be substituted on the top end also. So that is why I am not considering the top portion of the matrix. Okay. Now first step what we have to do, we are given individual points I told you earlier: P1, P2, P3, P4 and P5. We have to form clusters from these individual points. That means we are going up in the bottom up fashion in agglomerative clustering for this method. Okay, now how do I do now? First I have to find which is the least value in this particular distance matrix. So the least value which is given is 2. Okay, now 2 is formed from which 2 points? It is formed from point P5 and P3. And what is the distance value? It is 2. So now I am going to merge points P3 and P5. So in my dendrogram, this is my dendrogram, I have P1, these are the 5 points, P3, P5, P2 and P4. These are the 5 points. I will merge point P3 and P5 because in this matrix you can see the least value is 2. 2 corresponds to which 2 points? P5 and P3. Okay, so I am going to merge points P3 and P5 at a height of 2. So I will form the first cluster like this. At a height of 2, this is the height. Okay, I have formed the first cluster. So here the next table will be P1, P2. I have merged P3 and P5 and I have P4. Same thing over here also. Now the earlier values which does not include P3 and P5, I will write as it is. Diagonal will be 0. P2 to P1 distance from here, P2 to P1 distance is 9. So the same thing, 9. Now this you leave, we will calculate this. Then what is the next one? P4 to P1. P4 to P1 is 6. So I have written 6 over here. P4 to P2 is 5. P4 to P2 is 5. I have taken 5 over here. Okay. Now these values, how I have calculated, I will tell you. See, you have to find the distance between P3, P5 and P1. Okay. Now since I am using single linkage, we are considering the minimum distance. So what is the formula? I have to find the distance between P1 and P3, P5. Correct? P1 and P3, P5. How do I get 3? I will show you. So you have to take minimum of the distance between P1 and P3, P1 and P5. Okay. So distance between P1 and P3, P1 and P5. So P1, P3, what is the distance? P3, P1 distance is 3. So I have written 3 over here. Then you have P1, P5. P5, P1 distance is 11. 11 over here. So the minimum of two values is equal to 3. That is how I got this value of 3 over here. Remember again, since it is single linkage, we are considering the minimum distance. Same thing, if it was complete linkage, we would have taken the maximum distance. So this value would have been 11. Okay, this is the first case. Same way, next, between P3, P5 and P2. Okay, so I have to find the distance between P2 and P3, P5. How will I find? Distance between P2 and P3 and P2 and P5, the minimum value. So P2, P3 is how much? P2, P3, P3, P2, this value. P3 and P2, it is 7. So I have written 7 over here. Okay, and P2, P5. P5, P2 is 10. 10 over here. Minimum is 7. So 7 comes as the next point. Okay. Next one, between P4 and P3, P5. P4 and P3, P5. So again, P4, P3, P4, P5. Minimum P4, P3, P4, P5. So P4 and P3, what is the distance? 9. So I have written 9 over here. Then P4 and P5. P5 and P4 is 8. 8 I have written. Minimum is 8. So you get the value of 8. Okay. So this is a second matrix. Now what we have to do? The least value among these three is how much? 3. 3 is a combination of P1 and P3, P5. So in my dendrogram, I go back. Already P3, P5 are combined. Now I have to combine P1 at a height of 3. Okay. So I will join one more over here at a height of 3. So this is my second cluster. So in case I had a matrix, something like this, if you had a matrix, okay. So initially what I would have done, P3, P5 would have been one cluster. Then I would have joined P1, made it into one more cluster. Okay, this is what I have done in this dendrogram over here. Is it clear so far? Okay, now I have to take the least value, that is 3. 3 corresponds to P1 and P3, P5. So these three form one cluster. So in my next table, P1, P3, P5 is one cluster. Then I have P2 and P4. Okay, on same grounds, you are going to repeat the process. Now you are going to find the distance between, okay, this value, P2, this diagonal elements will be 0, you know that. P4 and P2 distance from the earlier table, from the original table, P4 and P2, we get, what is the original table? P4 and P2 is 5. Okay, so I will put the value of 5 as it is. You have to compute these values, distance between P1, P3, P5 and P2 first. Okay, so I have computed over here distance between P2 and P1, P3, P5. How do I compute? Minimum of distance between P2, P1, P2, P3, P2, P5. So 3 splits. We get 9, 7, 10. The minimum is 7. So you get the value of 7. Same thing for this also. Okay. Now we find that the least value is 5. So 5 in these values, the least value is 5. So 5 corresponds to which 2 points? P2 and P4. Okay. So in the next matrix, what will happen? I am going to merge P2 and P4. So I will have 2 clusters now. P1, P3, P5 is one cluster. P2 and P4 will be the next cluster. So in my, and at what value it is forming? At value 5. So in my dendrogram, I am going to merge at the value 5. Okay. I am going to merge P2 and P4. Okay. So here if I had 2 more points P2 and P4, I would have formed into one cluster. So we have two clusters here. P1, P3, P5 is one cluster. P2, P4 is a next cluster. So now again I have to find the points, the minimum value for these. How will I find now? Again the same process. Now you have two clusters. What we have to do, you have to, since we are finding the distance between 2 points only, take the combination of this with every combination of this. That is minimum of P2 with P1. Okay. Then P2 with P3. P2 with P5. Then P4 with P1. P4 with P1. P4 with P3. P4 with P3. And P4 with P5. Okay. You compute the values. You get the minimum value as 6. So you are getting the value as 6 over here. Okay, the other two values are the diagonal values. So at 6 I am going to, since it is only one value, at 6 I am going to merge these two clusters. So where you have 6 at this point, okay, I am going to merge these two clusters. This becomes my final dendrogram. Okay, and here if I have a bigger tree, bigger cluster like this. This is what we do for agglomerative single linkage method, where we are finding the minimum value between the different points. Okay, I hope this is clear, everyone. This is the original problem given to you, and from this we drew the dendrogram. Okay, thank you.